Hello there, and welcome to another special Unlocking the Holocron episode. Today, we will be discussing Patty Jenkins and Rian Johnson's films being shelved at Lucasfilm. Joining me, as always, the Sith Holocron. Naomi, how you doing?
One day we'll have a not special episode of Unlocking the Holocron.
Never!
One day.
And it's me, the Jedi Holocron, Tyler.
I almost forgot your own name there.
Always. I'm not good with words.
Yeah, we should do a podcast.
Right? Nah, that's not our style.
Yeah, we're totally not good at talking.
Yeah. But, yeah. Sad news brings us here today.
Yeah.
Real sad news, because Star Wars films being shelved is never a good idea. Or never a good thing.
Yeah, never a good thing. I wouldn't necessarily say not a good idea if there were cases where it's like... I'm sure there would be logical cases for things to be shelved.
Like Solo 2.
Hey. The mouth.
No, see, Solo 2, we don't need the movie. We need the TV show.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I thought you were just saying Solo 2 in general, and I was like, the mouth?
No,
Shut
honestly, last night, I'm like, I kind of want to watch Solo.
Yeah.
I don't know why. That was the first time I've ever been like, I kind of want to watch it.
Like, I think Solo is one of the more underwhelming movies, but I liked it.
Yeah. But yeah, this is especially disappointing to us in particular, because I love Rian Johnson.
Yes.
I love The Last Jedi, and I'm like, God damn it. I knew this was kind of true, because he had been, like, making the Knives Out movies, and it's, like, making his own other films, and it's, like, they're trying to distance themselves from that.
Yeah.
It just sucks to get it confirmed.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel the same way. I would have loved to see what he could have done, because I feel like people wouldn't have been as vitriolic about it if it was with new characters.
Yeah. Which was going to be, too.
Yeah.
Which I'm surprised it got shelved.
And just more stuff with new characters.
Mm-hmm,
I want more stuff that's not connected to the Skywalkers specifically.
Yeah.
Like, I like the connectivity, but I also really like when it's separated from the Skywalkers.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's a big thing that I love about Rebels.
Oh, yeah.
It is not connected to the Skywalkers at all.
Barely. We see Leia, like, once. That's
Yeah, we see Leia, and then that's it. And then they talk about Luke, like, once.
Yeah.
But
and then we see Obi-Wan, but that's about it.
Yeah, but Obi-Wan's not a Skywalker.
Yeah. But he's part of that story.
I just want to be... But it would be nice to see another project that would be, like, completely separated.
Yeah. And then, of course, Patty Jenkins. I know you were excited for that one because you were...
I've been dying for more ship combat.
Yeah.
I love ships, and I want, like, dogfights and just flying in Star Wars movies to matter more.
Yeah.
Because it's always just, like, destroying the big base, and that's all the fighters really do. I want, like, dogfights.
Yeah. We got, like...
Or, like, just space battles with cruisers and shit, like...
Yeah, where it's just, like, focusing on that, and, like,
Yeah.
that's the main part. But it's, like, Rise of Skywalker. Space fights were, like, whatever.
Well, no, I would have liked it, but it's that there was, like, 2 minutes of it.
Yeah.
There was nothing.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of it.
It was supposed to be the biggest space battle in all of the galaxy, and we saw, like, 30 seconds of it.
Yeah.
We saw the civilian fleet show up, and then it was over.
Yeah.
And that pissed me off.
And also didn't help that the rival fleets had planned on killing things on all of them, which was lame as fuck.
I fucking hate that.
And then, like Last Jedi, cool opening space fight. Right, Revenge of the Sith, cool opening space fight. But we don't see them enough.
Yeah.
Like,
Revenge of the Sith is the perfect example, because that's what I want. I want, like, cruiser to cruiser with fighter squadrons, and, like, I want more of that.
What was that Battlefront game mode called, where you were, like, to protect the...
In EA Battlefront 2?
Yeah.
Supremacy?
Yeah. Just like that, you get in the cruisers and defend the thing.
Well, yeah, but not on the inside of it, like...
No, remember, was it in the first one, then, where you, like, were in the ships and you had to defend it? Maybe I'm crazy.
You're thinking of original Battlefront 2, where, like, the space battles and that, where you could land on the inside of their ships and sabotage them?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking
But
of.
it was primarily, like, space battles? Yeah, that's what I want.
Yeah.
I want shit like that, because, like, I love the ships in Star Wars, but I feel like we never get to see them do much.
Yeah.
And, like, I would kill for the 4-hour cut of Revenge of the Sith, where the first hour is just the Battle of Coruscant.
Right. With the Siege of Mandalore spliced in between.
Yeah,
That'd be the hotness right now. The 5-hour IMAX. Let's go. Make that Star Wars. Because if we've learned anything, especially after this story, one of the biggest problems with all these movies getting shelved, creative differences.
Yes.
There's a problem at Lucasfilm right now where they don't know what to do. They honestly do not know what to do after the sequel trilogy. They don't want to piss people off, and they don't have a vision, which causes.
They do have Star Wars visions, though,
which was good.
I had to sneak that one in there.
They're at this weird crossroads where they're like, we want to get cool filmmakers to come make films, but we're like gonna micromanage them and do this thing because they're like, we don't want the Skywalker saga to end. Like, we need to get past that, but like, let's go create stories outside of that. But like, you're still creatively controlling them to the Skywalker saga and the lore. It seems like.
Well, I think the thing is, making it make sense within the lore makes sense, but I feel like the issue is probably they're being way too picky about what kinds of stories.
Yeah.
Like, so long as it makes sense, like, logistically within the universe, or if it's just non-canon, if you just openly say it's non-canon, you can do whatever you want. Or if it is canon, the only thing it should have to follow is just not, what's the word? Not, like, go against anything else in canon.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's not how they're looking at it. I feel like they're being way more strict about it.
Mm-hmm.
Because the thing is, you can do a whole lot if, like, even with the restrictions of just following the rules of the universe.
Yeah.
There's still a whole lot you can do, so I feel like they're definitely, like, being... Well, and just knowing how Rise of Skywalker went, they're probably being super controlling of even just, like, the plot.
Yeah. I think their biggest problem, honestly, was... I get trying to want to end the Skywalker saga and move past it, which is smart, but I think in doing that, they fucked up so much that now they're afraid to take other risks.
Yeah.
Because, like, it's okay if things are, like, tangentially connected, but, like, let's tell, like, new stories with new people. And there's this balance where people are going to be like, I don't think they can please anyone anymore.
Yeah.
And they don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Like, we've had so many movies and shit shelved. Like, Benioff and Weiss left for similar reasons. And also, I think they didn't want to be there after. I don't think Star Wars really wanted them as much after the Game of Thrones thing.
Yeah.
Anyway. But, like, also, like, I an article I was reading about the Rian Johnson stuff and the Patty Jenkins stuff is that was also a problem with them. Like, Star Wars needs to let go a little.
Yeah.
Like, if we learn anything from Visions, is you can let go a little.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know where any of those stories would or could fit in canon, but I want, like, TV shows based off almost all of those, except, like, 3.
Most of them could still fit in canon, too, because the galaxy
It's so vast.
and has been going on for so long.
Yeah.
I mean, really, you could set any of those stories, like, or any similar types of stories in Wild Space.
Yeah.
Like, because we don't know shit about Wild Space. Keep in mind, pretty much everything we see in Star Wars is mostly, like, half of the galaxy.
Yeah. There's so much to...
And I don't think anything in Visions really contradicted anything.
No, not at all.
And that's the thing. That's the only limiter you need to impose on people is just, okay, don't contradict anything in canon.
Yeah.
And then then just let them do whatever they want after that. If you're hiring good filmmakers, then you should want them to do what they do best.
Mm-hmm.
Just as long as, again, it's not, like, just directly contradicting something. Or if it is directly contradicting something, just have it be non-canon.
Yeah. I'm honestly surprised I'm about to say this. This is surprising, especially being a huge MCU fan over here. I'm starting to care less and less about the canon of Star Wars as time goes on. As long as it means I get cool stories and cool Star Wars lore stuff, like Visions and stuff, like, it'd be cool if it could fit into the canon, but, like, if it doesn't, that's okay too. You know what I mean?
I'm still very committed to canon.
I am, but, like, it feels like we're never going to get anything vastly different unless we don't. You know what I mean?
Well, the thing is that's the thing. You can. The problem is they're too afraid.
Yeah.
Because I like when things are super connected and, like, I like that a lot.
That works for the MCU. It works for Star Wars. I feel like they don't want to do that, though.
Yeah.
Like I said, I wouldn't have been mad if they're like, the Skywalker saga needs to end. Like, I don't you can keep telling those stories forever, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like, they dug themselves into a weird hole, and I don't know how they're going to get out of it.
Yeah.
Because that was the Rogue Squadron movie was supposed to be the next film to come out. Mm-hmm. We might not get a Star Wars movie
for years. Yeah. To be fair, I do think that the future of Star Wars is TV shows.
Yeah.
The TV shows have a way better track record. Mm-hmm. Even just with the fans, but also just with being, like, better in terms of storytelling overall. Like, the best parts of Star Wars are all the TV shows.
Yeah.
At least in my opinion. Like, my top 5 Star Wars things would be almost all TV shows, and then Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah, I was gonna say, mine is mostly the shows, too.
So, like, I guess that's what makes me not as bummed out.
Yeah.
Because I do think TV shows are the future of Star Wars.
Yeah. I actually really love the idea of just mostly getting TV shows and video games from Star Wars that are canon in the future, and then still getting those tentpole movies every year, but like trilogy, like big events that were like, we haven't seen a Star Wars movie in theaters in the year. Let's see what this connects to, like what that's the problem though, is like, how do you do that and make people care about it if it's not connected to the original 9 movies, or like, unless it's like, I don't know. It's hard.
The thing that I want the most is more things like The Mandalorian and Bad Batch, where they are canon and they are connected, but they're not really that connected.
Yeah, they're not as like
they're part of the same storyline, and a lot of the characters can connect, but like the actual plot of them is just completely unrelated to anything else.
Yeah.
That's what I want the most for Star Wars. Because I still really want... I'm still a bit of a canon purist. But, like, I like that, where it's, like, you kind of have the canon as, like, the starting point, and then, like, the plot is just completely separate. Mm-hmm. Like, I like that the live-action shows are setting up Thrawn as, like, the big bad, and, like, that's just its own thing.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
What they really need to do is just keep... Because this is never going to change. Okay, they ended the Skywalker saga, right?
Yes.
That's okay. The next trilogy needs to be, or not commit to a trilogy either. They already said they're not going to do that.
Yeah.
They need to do High Republic,
yes,
or Old Republic. Either of the two. Reboot those, because like they're committed to phase 1 of the High Republic in the books is coming to an end. I don't know what that means, but because I haven't really been doing a good job keeping up on that.
We don't really read.
Yeah. I buy the books, but I don't read them. But yeah. So, and then give years, and then hopefully one day we can go back to the future of like 30 years or 40 years, 100 years post. Like, what because I'm still curious. Like, I love Rey, one of my favorite characters of Star Wars. I know I'm probably never going to see her again. Never. And it breaks my heart. But, like, what happens 100 years after that? What was her legacy she left for whatever happens after that? That way you can distance yourself more from them. Because they clearly want that.
Yeah.
But I trust Dave Filoni being the head of creative right now. And hopefully my dream of any Star Wars project, film-wise, I want somehow for Ben to come back, kind of like that guy in TikTok I showed you earlier. Credit to this guy if you find this TikTok, but make it this.
I wish he knew his username so he could shout him out.
Yeah, I can look it up in a minute.
I'll put his name in the description.
Kind of what he would repitch the sequel. I want him to come back, but Rey has finally fallen, because after the sequel trilogy, she's alone still. She ain't got no one. She got Finn. But Ben's back. Ben and Finn are going to save Rey. And somehow Rey had hold of Grogu. Like, and then we got Ahsoka's their Yoda. Like, that's what I want.
And also Finn and Poe fucking.
Yeah, of course. Storm pilot for life.
Yeah, I just have to... If we say the name Finn, I have to mention it.
You gotta mention his husbando Poe.
Yeah, I gotta.
Like, there's cool things they could do. I don't know, yeah.
Yeah, I think something like that. But I do agree that I think their best step is to do like High Republic or Old Republic movies that are just, they're obviously canon, but it's so far ahead or so far like in the past that it just doesn't connect at all.
Like before the Rule of Two, like it's just like so far like
well, that'd be Old Republic.
Yeah.
High Republic is after the Sith like went extinct.
Yeah. That's actually a really interesting era then.
High Republic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No Sith, like what's going on there?
Well, clearly there's still at least 2 Sith.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were like, because their enemy is like the Vikings or whatever in that. But like, go back to like Old Republic, have like Sith Empire stuff, and then like have like the finale be on Malachor, like we saw the planet Malachor in Rebels, and like explain how that battle went. So then like it adds even more depth to that part of Rebels, because it's like, oh shit, now we know what happened, or now we see what happened.
Yeah.
And like, because the implication I believe in canon is that the only survivor of that battle was Bane.
Oh, okay.
Because that's where the Sith went extinct.
Yeah, and then he created the Rule too.
Yeah, the Sith activated the weapon because they're like, we're gonna lose against the Jedi, so might as well kill all of them too.
Just kill everybody.
Very Sith fashion, but I think
Sith.
the implication is Bane is the only survivor, and that's why the Rule of Two happened. So I think if like you did Old Republic and the whole plot is just leading up to that battle, and like setting up Bane.
Yeah.
As like the big bad, and then he eventually becomes the only one that lives. I think that'd be really cool. And then just do whatever the fuck you want in the High Republic era, and just have all this stuff, like, all still in the same timeline, but they're all so far apart that it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Have the movies be the big pillars of the eras, and then have all these shows and video games fill in the smaller stories and like the more of the lore of these times.
And a lot of the time gaps and stuff too.
Yeah. Because like if you look at the slate we have now, we have Boba Fett coming out. We got a Bad Batch Season 2 coming. We got Mandalorian Season 3. We got a Obi-Wan show. We got Andor. Like, those are just all stories that are just going to flesh out the characters and, like, the world a little more. Nothing... The interesting thing, though, is the Obi-Wan show. I feel like, is based on what we know so far, I feel like this show is going to contradict canon.
Really?
Because Obi-Wan and Vader are fighting in this show.
Are they?
Yes.
Huh.
Like, we on Disney Plus Day, we got concept art of them fighting, and we also got Ewan McGregor saying it was nice to be with Hayden again and maybe take a swing at him again, very much implying that they're going to fight, which is interesting.
That'll be interesting.
So, like...
I mean, I guess they never explicitly say...
Yeah.
Like, my only thought is that then they would have to be off-world. Like, he can't fight him on Tatooine.
Yeah, probably not.
Otherwise, there's no logical way that Obi-Wan would still be hidden on Tatooine.
Yeah. No, he's going to leave Tatooine.
Yeah.
So
I guess that doesn't really explicitly contradict.
Yeah. But I know when we talked about it in the past, you're like, they can't fight each other. It
didn't make sense, but also I think there's logic you could use to make it make sense.
Yeah.
Because I guess they don't explicitly give a time frame.
Nah.
The only thing that would contradict it is when Vader's like, when I last met you, I was a learner, now I'm the master. I feel like Vader would have already considered him a master if he fights Obi-Wan as Vader. Mm-hmm. That's the only time.
Yeah. That's interesting, too, because no one's going to die in that battle.
Yeah,
Obi should be an awesome fight, though. God, I think Obi-Wan shows is going to be the best thing in Star Wars ever.
Yeah.
Like, once that show's done, that'll be my favorite Star Wars show, I bet. Or my favorite Star Wars anything.
Project.
Yeah. God, I'm so excited for that.
Yeah. Like, but yeah, like, that's what I want more of is stuff like the shows where it's fleshing out characters. But, like, I like the idea that you said where the movies are, like, the big pillars and you have, like, at this point we can have, like, 4 distinctive, completely unconnected but still canon eras.
Yeah.
Old Republic, High Republic, Skywalker Saga, and whatever's after.
And then what I call the Rey timeline.
Probably the New Republic or something. New Republic.
I don't know.
Whatever it would be, but like these would all still be canon to each other. Like we would still get references to them in other pieces of the media. Yeah. But like they would just be so far apart that you could just let them do whatever the fuck. And they
wouldn't be bound to what happened before or after.
Because there's so much time between them.
Yeah.
The only connector for the High Republic will be that Yoda's probably around. Yeah. During that time, because it's like a couple hundred years before Phantom Menace. Nothing else that happens there will impact like the Skywalker saga.
Yeah, no.
And
because we all know Yoda's a failure. So,
Exactly.
like, no matter what he does in the High Republic, it don't matter because he's still a failure when it comes to the new era. Like, it'd be cool to see him be competent as a leader, like, you know, or a fighter. Well, he's a competent fighter, but he could be close to him just being like a fucking soldier, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
A knight.
yeah.
But yeah, I think that is the best idea. Do that. And just, like, spend some time away from the Skywalker saga with movies.
Yeah, which they were doing. So, as of now, I don't know we got a Taika Waititi movie, and then I think that's about the only one that we know for sure.
Yeah.
We got a rumored Chloe Zhao directed, Kevin Feige produced Star Wars movie. That there's rumors that they're about to sign a contract on that, but who knows? Especially with all the problems they've been having with keeping directors lately.
Yeah.
Even like with Solo, Lord Miller left. Like, they can't. They need to figure their shit out before they start making movies.
Well,
again.
that one, I do remember when we talked about it. Wasn't that because they tried to make it too much of a comedy?
I think so.
So that at least makes a little bit more sense.
But the problem with that is, like, Phil Lord and Chris Miller were established enough to know what you're getting from them.
True.
And you signed on to them. Like,
I don't know who they are, so I did not know this information.
They're that's what they're known for.
I'm just saying that logic at least makes a little bit of
Yeah.
sense to me, especially because that's something that Star Wars fans have been complaining about a lot for some reason. Mm-hmm. Like, too much comedy.
That's weird.
Well, we talked about it in our Last Jedi review. Go and watch that.
Oh, yeah.
How they're like, we don't want them to become Marvel with all the comedy. So, like, I could see that have been...
But Star Wars has always been funny. It's just a different style of funny.
People are stupid.
They just don't want the zingers and the quips.
Which I feel like doesn't... Watch our Last Jedi review. We talk a lot about comedy there.
Yeah. I don't know. They really need to get their shit together, though, in the front office and figure out what the fuck they want to do. Honestly, I don't know like where this problem comes from. Is it a Bob Iger problem? Is it a Kathleen Kennedy problem? Is it the story group problem? Because we know it's not Dave Filoni problems. He got that shit on lock.
Yeah.
He's head of creative now, but I don't know what is.
I feel like it's a higher up problem.
It has to be a Kathleen Kennedy, Bob Iger problem.
I feel like this is what fucked up Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
They got too afraid to do anything, so they just made the worst version that they could possible.
I'm not a fan of, like, the get rid of Kathleen Kennedy thing, but because that's a lot of, like, bullshit of, like, the people want that for, like, the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
And, like, the other, like, the weird reasons. But, like, I don't think it's that bad to say that maybe we need a new...
Oh, yeah.
Like, they need to talk to the head of Disney and... Like, Dave Filoni, I don't think she's bad, but they need to sit down and be like, we need to get this shit straight, or we're gonna never make another good film again.
Yeah. I do think...
Or there needs to be, another person with her.
It is kind of
Maybe
funny.
that being Dave Filoni, I don't know.
Yeah. Although, I think I would rather him stay as head of creative.
Yeah.
Personally.
Yeah, he's not going to be... He's directing. We only got so much time with him left. Like,
Yeah. With Dave Filoni?
I mean, he's 54 years old. We only got 20 years of him making Star Wars left, really.
That's true.
We need to figure out who his Padawan is, because we know it's not Jon Favreau, because he's about the same age.
Yeah.
But...
He's a young...
They need to figure that shit out before...
Well, we got 20 years to figure that out.
Yeah.
Or 15 years
But
to figure that out.
I think Dave Filoni's got like a nice collective with the Mandalorian crew, like all those directors.
And that's the thing that I was about to say. I do think it's kind of funny. Like, I'm not super broken up about it, because honestly...
Yeah, it's...
If it was the reverse, where it was like, oh, the movies are coming out fine, but the TV shows are getting fucked, I'd be devastated.
Yeah.
I think I wouldn't mind if they just did, like, only a few movies.
Yeah, honestly, like I said, if they don't put out another movie for a while, but we keep getting cool TV shows and video games, I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, exactly. I honestly think that's kind of almost my ideal.
Yeah.
Because they have a way better track record, and honestly, I think for the kind of storytelling that they do, TV shows work better.
Yeah, and like I said, make the movies the events.
Yeah.
Make it be like, we haven't saw Star Wars in the theater for fucking 10 years, and it's, like we said, it's Old Republic, or it's like a new trilogy. It's like not trilogy. We're not committing to trilogies.
No trilogies.
No trilogies in Star Wars.
Not ever again.
Ever again.
Unless it happens to work out that way.
Yeah.
Fucking Rise of Skywalker.
God, I fucking hate that movie.
Being 7 movies at once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just makes me... I'm not disappointed because we are still going to get cool shit. I'm disappointed from the fact that I love Rian Johnson's filmmaking style.
Yeah.
I think he's a great director. And it makes me nervous for them as, like, a whole.
Yeah. I do think, at least when it comes to TV shows, we're a bit more immune to that because Dave Filoni clearly is just doing...
Everything. Like everyone from that Mandalorian crew is, like, the ones who are, like...
perfect.
Deborah Chow's doing the Obi-Wan show. Even though that show, they had to make sure... They had to rewrite that show. But it's... I don't know, yeah.
Yeah, I think so long as the people in the whole Mandalorian crew are involved, I think we'll be set, at least in terms of TV shows. Even if the movies end up, like, crashing and burning, we'll at least have the TV shows and the games, hopefully, if they start actually making Star Wars games.
Yeah. And we have cool TV shows on the horizon that are, like, not connected to anything. Like The Acolyte. Like, what the fuck's that gonna be?
Yeah.
Like, I'm excited for that still. Like...
And hopefully they do more of Visions.
Yeah. And hopefully they do, like, the Ninth Jedi show.
Yeah.
Like they talked about. Or the Village Bride show. Please, 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 the Village Bride show.
Like that, like... TV shows is also where I would want to explore more non-canon stuff.
Or the last what was it? Fuck. The Last Duel? No. The first episode, The Duel, right?
Yeah, just The Duel.
The Duel. Like, give me the story of this fucking dude just hunting Sith.
Well, it's in his book.
What, the rest of the story?
I would assume it explains a bit of him if he has a fucking
but
book.
I just want to see that. Like, and you can fit that easily into the timeline. Like,
yeah.
That doesn't
even if not.
That could easily be Old Republic stuff. Like that doesn't have to fit into like between 3 and 4. That could be before 1.
Oh, there's no way it would fit between 3 and 4.
Yeah, like that fits. That's a cool little like niche like pocket of the universe.
Yeah. And I do think TV shows are the areas where I would be much more open to like non-canon stuff.
Yeah.
TV shows and games are like my area of where, like, I don't mind if they're non-canon as much. I do think I'll always prefer the canon ones.
Yeah.
But, like, yeah. Because, like, I would want shows out of most of the Visions episodes, and I don't give a shit if they're canon or not.
Yeah.
Because most of them wouldn't even matter if they fit into canon at all.
Right. Like, who cares what this fucking band on Tatooine has to do with canon? You know, there's just a band.
That one could perfectly fit in canon.
Right? God,
that one could perfectly fit in canon. That's the thing, is I feel like most of them could. I feel like really just the Twins couldn't.
Yeah, the Twins is a weird one.
The Twins is one where it feels more like an alternate dimension.
Yeah. Yeah, the Twins is very much what if Luke and Leia were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like most of the others have a place somewhere that they can fit in the timeline.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly,
and Lapinocho. Oh, I miss them.
That one can fit
that
too.
That fucking MILF mommy Imperial officer. Oh, baby!
Isn't that Ocho?
Isn't
she the MILF mommy?
Yeah, I love Ocho. Ocho and F.
Yeah, like... And you could even, like, do all the stuff with Visions and just leave them as, like, ambiguous canon.
Yeah.
Like, canon if you want it to be.
Right.
Like, it doesn't necessarily contradict anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be great.
I just hopefully they get their shit together and start for this time to formulate a plan what they're going to do.
Yes.
Because, like, all the TV shows on the horizon look great. Everything we're doing is good. You've been having problems making video games too? What's going on? Like, there's...
Well, that's because they had a fucking EA exclusivity license, but they finally got rid of that.
Yeah.
So hopefully now they have a bunch of people working on Star Wars games in private, and they'll be announced at some point.
Oh, no, there definitely are. It's like we got the Ubisoft announcement.
I feel like that was the big part of bringing LucasArts back.
Yeah.
Or whatever the game...
Lucas Games or whatever.
LucasArts Games.
LucasArts
Games, I don't remember.
Yeah.
And they should bring back the old gimmick that LucasArts Games had. Where, like, when it shows, like, the logo...
No, I don't know this gimmick.
Each Star Wars game, the LucasArts logo would do like a different thing, like for that game. Like in Force Unleashed, the guy who's standing there would like shoot Force lightning and shit, and then like in flying games, like an X-wing would. It was kind of cool.
Oh, that's cool.
I liked it.
Yeah, just like how they do like different like MCU logo treatment every movie.
Yeah,
yeah,
stuff like that. Like, and just like. Have so many different companies make Star Wars games because you can do a Star Wars game in any genre, and limiting it to one company is stupid.
And if you want to know what cool games we think should be made, you can check out our video on that.
Oh, hell yeah, Unlocking the Holocron Star Wars make these video games.
Yeah, we had some good ideas.
We had some bangers in there.
But yeah, I don't know what else to say other than I'm worried about the future of film. Not terribly worried because I'm okay with not having film, but I'm just a little worried.
Yeah, I'm a little worried. But the man, David Filoni, as long as he's there.
As long as he's around, we trust him. He's his vision.
He's not steered us wrong yet.
He will steer strong at one point, though.
Probably.
And that will be Ahsoka meeting Luke in live action, but...
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the only thing.
That's the one time where we'll make a video where everyone's super positive and we're not.
We'll be like, I can't.
It's the one time I'll be pissed at him.
Right.
But you know what? Everyone's allowed a couple mistakes.
Right.
Even God himself.
Right? Like, Avatar made the mistake of firing him in the seasons 2 through 3
Did they fire him or did he
No,
leave?
he just left. He just left. I just like making jokes about that. Okay, guys. Let us know what you think of the Rian Johnson and the Patty Jenkins movies being shelved. What are you concerned? Are you worried? Are you okay with there just being TV and games forever? Just tell us what you want.
And when are we gonna get a canon Star Wars hentai?
Yes.
Another video plug. Whoa!
Bob Iger, what are you scared of?